753 here. Today I'm going to be exposing eg6gr. Did I get it right? This guy, he made a response to my reaction video of Goku vs Superman 2, and he's pointing out like, "Oh, you're just a biased fanboy," and this guy does not pay it. He does not know anything. He doesn't know the facts. Superman being low to the ground doesn't do anything. The animation is just for entertainment. I didn't say anything about the animation. I mentioned Superman being low to the ground as it should have been part of the actual statistics. I don't care about the animation. It should have been part of the calculations, the statistics behind the animation. Also, the yes. Wait. Also, the yes. Terrible grammar. Like that's what they were talking about, because the word gi in Japanese literally means 100 quadrillion. I didn't say anything about gi. I didn't say anything about that. Okay, that's not what I meant. I meant keeping him low to the ground is a factor that could have been implemented in the actual statistics. And also the yes, bad grammar. And what about gi? I didn't say anything about gi. I didn't say anything about that. What? How is keeping low to the ground a factor? Superman can fight anywhere, and him being low to the ground doesn't affect his powers in any way. Yes, it does. Superman got his powers because of the sun's radiation supercharging his alien cells, or whatever comic book crap they said about that. So, like, in the actual comic book, it states that the closer he is to the sun, the more radiation he can absorb, which accelerates his powers. If he's away from the sun, his energy will deplete. He'll be fine for a while, but after a while, his energy will start to deplete. He'll run out of power at some point. Look, shape form. The whole thing about power levels was just a joke. Frieza's power level was just a joke. Goku's the voice actor called him Ne Guy, which the word means, which gi literally means 100 quadrillion. He wasn't being serious. Okay, well, this alone doesn't prove that. Look. Okay, this is the point. This guy, I'm gonna give him credit. He actually did manage to prove me wrong, dude. You actually managed to prove me wrong on one factor. That it is a fact that Frieza's voice actor was joking about Frieza's power level. But then again, it doesn't matter. Guys, we're not talking about Akira Toriyama here. We're talking about the voice actors. They have no legal authority over the canon of the show. Even if they decide to make, even if they did have some legal authority, even if that came from Akira Toriyama himself, it would have still just been a joke. So, it doesn't matter. It never mattered in the first place. Okay, and let's keep going. Being close to the ground does limit how much sun radiation you can get. But then there's this part. Well, this is true. The thing about power levels as a joke was unofficial. There is no official record of power levels being stated meaningless, and it's made up. Now, like, no, it doesn't. You're using feats from the last Death Battle animation. I didn't say anything about the animation. Like, that's not how there's no bearing on how Superman actually works. It doesn't matter if he's low to the ground or flying in the sky. His absorption doesn't change. So, again, keeping him low to the ground does nothing. Yes, it does. Keeping him low to the ground would limit how much sun radiation he can get. And because all his powers is dictated by how much sun radiation he has, after a while, like, he'd be fine at first, but after a while, he'd start to run out of energy. And if he runs out of that energy, his powers, one by one, are just going to disappear. And then there's this, which I don't care about, because it never mattered to begin with. And go away. Regardless of what they show in the animation, the actual statistic is the only thing that matters. Remember, Superman's power depends on how close he is to the sun. Also, if he low to the ground, that's actually what he said. That's actually what he said. Where is it? Here. Where is it? I know he said that. if he low to the ground. If he, not if he's. If he, you're not gonna say if he's, just he. Now, like, then there's this part which I don't care about anymore. Look, no, it doesn't. Superman's powers depends on how close he is to the sun. Doesn't depend on how close he is to the sun at all. It depends on how close he's no, it doesn't. Superman's powers, by the way, he said Superman's. That there's no. The way he wrote this is that there's multiple Supermen. There are multiple Supermen out there. That's what he's basically saying with that. Like, look at this. Look at what I typed here. He's that little line there. That's supposed to be there. I forgot what it's called, but I know it's supposed to be there. Otherwise, you're making it seem like there's multiple one of them. Because I'm making a video. Yeah, I do. How are they supposed to hear me?
Just speak.
Okay. He's basically saying that being closer to the sun only allows him to absorb more radiation faster, which is the same thing as the sun making him stronger. Look, ultimately it equates to the same thing. Closer to the sun, the more powerful he is. It does not affect how strong, fast, or durable he is. So again, being low to the ground does nothing. And then there's that which I don't care about anymore. Okay, pay attention. Being close to the sun allows him to absorb sun radiation faster. That is the mathematical equivalent of being close to the sun, just making him stronger. Ultimately, it results in the distance between him and the sun directly dictating how strong he is. Let me put it to you like this. 1 + 1 = 2. 4 divided by 2 = 2. Same thing. Yeah, it ultimately equates to this exact same thing, people. Yes, the closer he is to the sun, the more powerful he is. And this guy has no understanding of his powers. There's that, which I do not care for anymore. Yeah, he managed to prove me wrong, but you proved me wrong on something that never actually mattered to begin with. Okay, that is the dumbest thing I've ever read, really. Him being close to the sun allowing him to absorb energy. But it does not affect his strength, speed, durability. All of his powers come from the sun. In the actual comic books, they state that the more sun radiation he's able to absorb, the more powerful he gets. That's actually what it states in the comic book. Let's say Superman is on Earth. He can only lift 1 billion tons. I'm pretty sure it's more than that. I think it states a quintillion. He's usually, on an average, able to lift a quintillion, not a billion. And this, keeping low to the ground, would do nothing, which is just false. I don't care about this anymore. It never mattered to begin with. You have never read a Superman comic book in your life. All of Superman's powers come from the sun's radiation. His very backstory is that he's an alien. The radiation from the Earth's yellow sun supercharges his cells, or whatever comic book sci-fi crap. There's that, which I don't care about anymore. And exactly what are you trying to prove? I'm trying to prove that, yes, the closer he is to the sun, the more powerful he gets. That's actually what it states in the comic book. Him being close to the sun allows him to absorb more radiation, but it does not affect his strength, speed, or durability. Yes, it does! That's what it states in the comic book. I'm pretty sure oh, shut up. You just shut up, man. There's that, which I don't care about anymore. How much sun radiation he absorbs dictates his strength, speed, durability. That's what it states in the actual comic book. You know what? I'm not going to try to pronounce that. There is no way I could pronounce all those big Japanese names. I'm sorry if I sound racist, but sorry about that. My mom needed me for a second. Look, bottom line, even if it was a joke, who cares? Because look, at the end of the day, like, he has no actual legal authority over the canon of the series, so nothing he says actually matters anyway. So what if he cracks a few jokes? So what? Nothing he said would have mattered anyway. Even if it was meant to be taken dead seriously, it still would have not meant anything. Like, no, it doesn't. How much he absorbs, how much you, look, the how much, this guy has the worst grammar. How much and how little radiation he absorbs does not dictate anything, because whether he is in the sun or on Earth, somewhere where there is no sun, his power, speed, durability remains consistently. That's because look, ultimately it depends on how much radiation he has stored up inside of him. I mean, Superman, if he were to go without the sun for a few days, he'd be fine. But after a while, his energy is going to deplete. He's going to need to recharge. Superman is like a battery. He's fine at first, but eventually he's going to get low. He's going to get low on energy, and he's going to run out. In fact, Death Battle, the very people that you're trying to defend, pointed that out twice in both their videos. So yeah, you're completely wrong at that. Superman will be fine at first, but after a while his energy is going to deplete. Then there's that which, like, yep, it was a pun. The word on words, as stated. Yeah, it is a pun on words, but who cares? Who cares? Because it never mattered in the first place.